To change or not to change? That is the question, and that is the question I'm going to help you answer on today's short video. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome back. My name is Dom, and I help people to step into their truth and power. To change or not to change? That is the real question. You know, back in the day, it was commonplace to have a job for life, or at least stay with the same company for a long time, maybe even a lifetime. But over the past 25 years, it's become less and less likely that any of us will stay at the same job, the same company, or even the same career for more than just a few years. Most people choose a job because it satisfied their needs at the moment. For most everyone, there will come a time when their needs or circumstances change and it's time to do something different. It's time to leave. Sometimes for a progression in the same career, sometimes to do something entirely different. But how do you know when it's the right time to change? How long should we stay doing something before it's time to actually move on? Many people stay because the position pays the bills or it's easy enough. Most stay because they don't know what else to do. So they resign themselves to a lifetime of mediocrity in the same position simply because they are devoid of any new ideas. Is that really any way to spend your life? This life that you only get one shot at living. Some people decide to wait for the time to pass until they retire. What do? Nothing? Because if that's where you're at, know that retirement doesn't make your life more full. I know so many people who have entered into retirement and then entered into a spiritual death spiral. They lost all their purpose for living because they had nothing to do or look forward to. They weren't creating anything. No doubt, when you started in your current position, there was something about that position that you were drawn to. Maybe it was the challenge. Maybe it was something completely new for you to do. You were learning something new. There was something that in that moment you wanted. Has that something gone away? And if so, now is the time to change. Why? Well, why should we find a career and stick with it for our entire life, especially if we're not feeling happy and passionate about doing it anymore? There are so many things we could be doing, so many new things we could learn. I mean, just think about it. Just showing up in life causes personal growth. So if you apply yourself to any job or career, you will also grow from that experience. You are not the same person you were 10 years ago. You are not the same person you were 10 years ago. You're not. In fact, you're not even the same person you were 10 months ago. Because growth comes from experiencing life. The more you engage with life itself, the faster and more dramatic your growth becomes. Instant replay coming at you. I said, the more you engage with life itself, the faster and more dramatic your growth will be. So therefore, if you're always playing it safe, then you won't experience much growth. And life won't bring as many wonderful surprises or as much fun to you either. You see, with growth comes awareness. And right behind awareness is clarity. You can learn most about your direction for the future by understanding your thinking and decision-making in the past. Making smart decisions and taking effective actions on those decisions can be improved with the benefit of hindsight. Try these techniques to develop greater clarity. First, make a list of all the things you have done in the past. Include your hobbies and things that you did for fun, whatever it is, even some of the things that weren't so fun, include them all. And figure out what it was you got out of it. Maybe it was the challenge. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you were building or creating something. Maybe it was in your service to others or setting something up completely from scratch. Then, second, make a note of what caused you to stop or change direction in each of those scenarios. The past is no indication of our future, but it sure can be useful to understand our thinking around the circumstances we were in at that time. It can really help us to make wiser choices for the future and helping to prevent ourselves from living repeating patterned experiences over and over again. So, do you light up when you get involved in anything new? Do you love helping others? Do you thrive on variety and change? And could it be that you are smarter than you thought and you're multi-talented? Could you even be a contrarian thinker? Is that nearer the truth for you? I know the contrarian thinker is very much alive in me, and I know it has a lot to do with why I love what I do in serving people the way I serve them. It's so important to do what fulfills you, what fascinates you, and what makes your heart sing. If you're not doing that now, then now is the time to change. So I'm curious, did you find this video helpful? What is stopping you from changing? I invite you to share that in the comments below because I'd like to support you in helping you to step into embracing new change. And I'd also like to take a moment to invite you to join my brand new free online community, ProEmpowerment Online. I am sharing valuable content there in the newsfeed of that community each week, but even more, you'll have the ability to join in the conversation in a place where we can share freely without being judged, people who are of like-minded individuals, much like yourself, again, without feeling judged or being shut down or censored for what you believe. To join me in the community, it is 100% free. Just click on the ProEmpowerment Online link in the comments and description box below, and I look forward to seeing you in that group. And with that, I would like to thank you for joining me today. I love you for being here, and until I connect with you again for my next video, stay well, stay healthy, but stay empowered.